Stampers, Kelly Acheson at AStampAbove.com, coming to you live from Menasha, Wisconsin. It is a beautiful sunny day here in Menasha. I have had a very busy day today. Holy cow. I'm waiting for my live to start here and I'm not quite sure what's going on. Hi, Judy and Sonia and Nancy. We've got Kathy and Shelby and Janice, Lori, Diane, Vicky. Luba is here. Luba, the card that you sent for Valerie was just adorable. She got some other cards. I've got one to share tonight. The other ones I gave to her. She was thrilled to have them. What did she say about your card, Luba? She said some. Uh, mm, was your card the one that had the little wobbler on the front? Somebody sent one with a wobbler on the front. And oh, I'm so terrible about remembering things, but she got the biggest kick once I showed her. She kept playing with it. So lots of very, very cute cards. My mom got some more cards for her birthday. You guys are the best. She is still talking about them and just in awe about how kind everybody is. She just can't get over that. And I said, Mom, Stampers are the nicest people. So thank you guys so much for brightening her day. Hang on, I'm trying to, there we go. I couldn't get the button pushed. Luba's was the shaker card. Yes, I do have a memory. Thank you. Luba had the shaker card. She played a lot with that. Mickey Benke, yes, you sent the wobbler, which was super cute. She loved all of them. She thought the monkeys were super cute. So thank you guys so much for that. It made her birthday a little extra special too. And she said, "Who is this from?" And I said, "That's from one of Granny's people." And she's like, "Oh, this is so cute." So she really liked them. Oh my gosh, I've got so many of you coming in here tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. Judy says the party looked awesome. Haley was so proud of the decorations because she made them. We had big clouds on the wall that she covered with like pillow stuffing. She put stuffing on them so they looked real fluffy. And then she put white Christmas lights to outline them. And she made the streamers that hung down from crepe paper and then bought one of those door iridescent strips that you would put across the door for people to come through for a party. She put those strips on there, just the most adorable. Luba says she remembers when Val was born. Yeah, right? Because that was such a big deal. Both babies. It was such a big deal. So fun. We had a blast. The theme was unicorn. And I made the adorable little unicorn dirt cups. And I made Rice Krispie bars, and I finally found gel coloring for chocolate, white chocolate. So I made, I put pink scribbles on the Rice Krispie bars and purple scribbles, and of course unicorn sprinkles, unicorn sprinkles that were super cute. What else? Oh, and of course dipped the long pretzel rods, dipped in white chocolate, and then scribbled on with color and sprinkles. So, yeah, Kim says everybody was trying to guess her weight. And yes, now she weighs about, I'd say, 35 pounds or so. She's a 5-year-old. It's crazy how old she is. But yeah, so we had a great celebration. She got some really fun gifts. We had a sleepover afterwards, after her party, and boy, I was exhausted. And so was she, quite frankly. We both fell asleep really early, but here's something funny we did. I've got a bedroom right downstairs from this office that has 2 twin beds in it for the kids when they sleep over. And we never sleep in there. Molly did, but we never do. We always flop out in the living room. So I pulled a mattress off one of those beds and me and Val drug it into the living room. And man, was it heavy. I don't remember mattresses being that heavy, but this one was really heavy. We drug it in the living room and made it up, and we had a sleepover on that mattress. So she's getting a little big to fit in the recliner with me. Just saying. And that was really nice. And guess what? It's still there because, I don't know, I kind of like it. So it was really fun. She got a new bicycle, which she needed because she outgrew her last one. She got a really fun little unicorn camera. And you guys remember the Barbie head that just has the head and the shoulders and you do the Barbie's hair. She got one of those from somebody, and I think that's probably going to be a favorite because she loves to do the hair. So it was just a really good time. And yeah, I look forward to the next one, right? Like Haley comes up with the best themes and then just goes all out. We had um, Haley's mother-in-law, Lori, made this beautiful rainbow fruit tray with 2 cups of dip at the end like clouds. It was super, super cute. And then she made Alfredo plain for Haley, my little picky eater, and Alfredo with chicken in it. And then Jared made a like baked ziti dish, and we had breadsticks and a salad, and the cake was a unicorn that was just adorable. So it was really fun. Today, oh my gosh, today I went with a team member of mine. We drove down to Mequon, which is by Milwaukee, for a wedding shower for my friend Kathy Miller. She's also a team member. And we went to her daughter's bridal shower, and it was beautiful, so pretty. Everything was so pretty. It was at a really nice country club, and I was underdressed. So note to Kelly, next time you get a shower invitation, pay attention to the location. Country club, a little bit dressier. I wore this. This is a new outfit that I just bought. Flowery, pretty little t-shirt, and this with some jeans. Everybody else was in dresses, and big floral prints are really in style today, I learned. So I felt a little underdressed, but everybody, Patty that I was with, she's like, oh, don't worry about it. Nobody cares. And I'm like, I know, but I'm probably the only one that does care. So note to self, we will make sure we don't do that again, right? So last time I was on, it was Easter Sunday on April 20th. I spent the weekend with my mom. That was really nice. I made some bunny buns from Homemade. And these bunny buns, you take and you roll your dough out really long, and then you put it on your pan like this and cross it over twice, those long rolls, and then it makes like a little, you point the ends and it makes like a bunny, and they're super cute on Pinterest. Who has had some Pinterest fails in their past? Oh my gosh. One of my team members that commented on the bunny fail, she tried to find in her camera, she made some little lamb cupcakes one year, and she goes, oh my gosh, I laughed over your bunny fail buns because she wanted to show me her cupcake fail of her little lamb, and she couldn't find it. I was really looking forward to seeing it. But so my bunnies didn't look all cute and perfect. Patricia says, me, my bunnies weren't all cute and perfect. My dough actually rose up a little bit more than it should. And once I baked the bunny buns, dinner rolls, they looked more like bloated roadkill. Not gonna lie. That was pretty funny. I think I shared them on my Facebook page, I want to say. So, good grief. But can I just say they were the best buns I have made to date. So I kept the recipe, and next I'm going to try making bread out of that recipe because they were so good. They weren't real pretty, but the taste, perfect. Freeze them for Halloween. Bloated dead bunnies, Sharon. I like you. That's a great idea. Halloween, I usually make mummy pizza, where you take it's like a pizza crust that I'll try to make my own this year since I've been baking bread, but you buy a can of pizza crust and you put it out and you put all of your stuff in the middle, and then you cut strips out of the sides, pizza stuff in the middle, cut the ends in strips, and then you wrap them over and make a mummy. The kids love it, and it's super fun. So Nancy says, where are you? What does that mean, Nancy? Where are you? Tell me what you mean. I am here with all of you. I can see you all smiling. I can't really, but I in my head, I see you all smiling. So That was fun. Easter was really fun. Had a great time. It was nice. I went over really late Friday night. When I got done making my video for Easter Sunday that you guys were able to watch Sunday night, I got to my mom's house probably at 1:30 in the morning, and I went right from my Explorer into my camper and passed out. So that was really nice. I like sleeping in my camper because it's quiet and it's just kind of like my little happy place. So that was fun. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Easter as well. Um, I think it was a pretty nice day here in Wisconsin. Today, I think we got up to 48, but it was real sunny and pretty out. So I think tomorrow they are calling for bad storms, kind of. I don't know if it's all over the place, but definitely here. I know over by Madison, somebody told me it was supposed to be 80 degrees tomorrow. What? Steve got the lawn all cleaned up. We had the kids all week. It was spring break for Val, so we didn't have them on Monday. I came home on Monday, but we had them Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Steve made up all these games. He took cat litter buckets, they're big, like, I don't know how many gallon buckets. We have a lot of them. And he set them up in different patterns out in the garage. And he has these little basketballs that he got for the kids. So we spent a lot of time bouncing and trying to get into the buckets. And then he would rearrange them, and maybe he would have two on the outside and stack them too high. The kids loved it. And of course, their papa keeps freeze pops and popsicles out in the garage so he can really spoil them without my knowledge of that happening a lot of times. So he bought me a new whiskey barrel, a great big whiskey barrel for my flowers because my other one was just falling all apart. And he bought a new whiskey barrel. So he took the wheelbarrow out by the old whiskey barrel, and he had the kids dig all the dirt out and put it in a wheelbarrow and then take it out in the yard and spread it out under our pear tree. And then he brought the new whiskey barrel in and let the kids put the new dirt into the new whiskey barrel. They were so exhausted. Every afternoon when their dad would come to get them, we would all be passed out in the living room, like all of us, because it was like, it's a lot. And now I know why old people don't have babies. This is why. We learned. This is why. Let's see. Mary says, we are supposed to get storms in southeast Wisconsin, but I think you will be getting more of them. Well, that's good to know. Does my camper have heat? You betcha, and I am not afraid to use it. It has two big propane tanks on it, and I turn that heat up, and then I have a heated mattress pad that I plug in, and I have a heated throw blanket that goes on top of me, and that's probably why I sleep so good. I like to be very warm when I sleep, so yeah, it's wonderful. I just snuggle in there, and we have a real mattress on our bed in the camper, so it's really comfortable. And of course, I have put like really nice pillows in there on my side. Don't tell Steve. And a really nice comforter and really soft sheets. Like, I have made it this little haven for myself. So I love it. Okay. Green Bay, we had the draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin this weekend. Can I just tell you that my granddaughter Andy is the biggest football fanatic ever. She can tell you stats for all the teams. It's just crazy. She would like to be a sportscaster. She is committed to North Dakota State for college, and I'm pretty sure she's going for something in the journalism line, but I can never quite remember what it is. I have it actually in my phone in my notes because I can never remember. But she was super excited to go to the draft. That's a pretty big deal for football fans. And I heard that the draft brought something like $20 million into the Green Bay area. It was just a crazy amount of money. 200 to 300,000 people. Green Bay is not that big, you guys, so I'm sure it was pretty crazy. But Andy got to go. She's a huge Chicago Bears fan. She got to go to the Bears training camp, if you guys remember, last summer. And so while she was at the draft, she saw one of the girls that she met that works for the media at the Bears training camp for the Bears. she saw her and said, hey, and I can't remember her name. Hey, Emily. And Emily was like, Andy, it's so good to see you. And they were there to interview people, like they were working, and they interviewed Andy. So I can't wait to see where that's going to pop up, if it pops up. But she was so excited to be able to do that. She took pictures with this girl, and then saw later that the girl posted pictures of her and Andy on her social media for the Bears. And she said something like, it's always great to see a Bears fan in enemy territory, because of course we're the Packers and they have a big rivalry. So that was really cool. I was really excited for her. Also, Andy had her last prom last night. She's a senior in high school. This is it. And she looked gorgeous. I got to see pictures. So that was really fun. Also, my grandson Porter, this kid, he's the one that went to state wrestling. He got, I don't know, elected, voted on to be in prom court. So that was super exciting. He's a junior. So he had prom last night, and he got voted prom king. What? I know. Do I have any pictures of her from the prom? I will download pictures from the ones that the kids sent me, and I will post them on my Facebook page for my stamping business. So I will do that. It's AStampAbove - Your Creative Coach. And go to that page when we're done and make sure you click on like and follow. And it'll give you notifications when I post stuff. I will try to get that done. Hang on, I'm going to write it on my handy dandy prom pics on Facebook. I will load those up because yes, they were awesome. And Porter doesn't like to smile for pictures, but he was smiling as the prom king. So that was really cool. I do not have a John report. I am sorry to say that. I have not seen John. I have not seen John. Steve has not talked about John. I do not know what's going on with John. So we can all hope that he's just fine. And he's been hiding a little bit or spending time up north. He's got a place up north that he inherited, I think, from his dad. So he might be doing that too. As soon as I have some news on John, you guys will be the first to know, okay? Steve is gone this weekend. He had a turkey permit that he delayed while the kids were here. He left Friday morning, I think, yes, to go turkey hunting. He does not have a turkey yet, but we do have a new storm door on the garage at South Park. And he showed me a picture of a fire that he built in the wood burner thinger. So he's busy, and that's good. I hope he gets a turkey because that'll be nice. What else? Dawson, of course, is obsessed with all the balls. Oh, Steve bought a basketball hoop that you hook over a door. It's got 2 basketball hoops on it, and it's digital. So when you get a basket, it rings up as points. And I might add that I did beat the kids once. So, oh, Nancy, I'm glad you found us. I wasn't sure what was happening. Nancy says she was waiting in the dark. She had to refresh her screen. So I'm glad that that happened for you. What else? I'm just kind of going through my notes because, of course, you guys know that it's hard for me to remember all the things. So we have prizes to give away. Yay! I'm excited to be able to do that. And let me see. I'm just looking through here. I think we're going to go with... Hang on while I write a note here for myself. I have prizes to give away this week, you guys. It has been a hot minute, right, since I've been live. So there are 3 ways that you can win a prize from me. Please make sure that you click that like button. Give me a thumbs up right under your video. There is a place where you can click that like button. That really makes things easy or helps me out. I'm reading comments and trying to talk, you know, like rubbing your belly and patting your head. I can't do that either. Okay, Cheryl says, what is the DSP that you're using for the make and takes? Cheryl, if you go to my blog, it shows you. Let me see. I've got a printout. Whoops, hang on. Things are falling. I've got a printout here tonight to share that information with you. We are using the Cheers and Sips Designer Series paper and also the new in color, or not in color, the new Color Family DSP. We do not have that yet. Let me grab this other stuff. There is, you know how we have, let me show you these. You know how we have these packs of paper? This is the brights color family. Then we have the neutrals color family. It is the new, looks like, hang on. I can find it right now. Here we go. New launch party. Here it is. We are using this is the celebratory sips. This paper is brand new. It is part of our new online exclusives. Absolutely gorgeous paper, you guys. This is going to be in our new product launch party. And then the other paper is the Brights DSP in new patterns. If you go to my blog, www.AStampAbove.com, you are going to scroll down until you see, I'm finding it right now, the Make and Take launch party graphic. Scroll down until you see that and click read more. And that tells all about it. It shows a picture of what we're using for the new product launch party. And you'll get all the details there. And then, of course, if you have any questions about that, please don't hesitate to ask me. We do have a new registration system that Barb, Dean, and I are using together to register for these events. So if it looks a little different than what you're used to when you register for me, that's okay. And you're in the right place. New product launch party. And then we will get you into a Facebook group. If you don't have Facebook, that's okay. You can still join the party. You can still get the optional Make and Take packet. And then when the event is over, it starts tomorrow on Monday the 28th. We're going to have a meet and greet live. There are videos that are going to be posted every single day. And they're all recorded. So if you can't make it Monday, or maybe you don't see this until Wednesday and you're like, oh, I already missed 2 days. Don't worry about that. You can still watch all the videos. It is fantastic. Once the event is over, the Make and Take packets will be compiled and all the goodies sent out. There's over $37 in product included in the Make and Take packets, with 9 cards pre-cut that you get it and you can go back and watch the videos. You'll get a PDF that shows all the details and links to the videos so you don't have to hunt for them. So you don't have to be in the Facebook group. That's not necessary. It is a lot of fun, I'm just going to say. But you will be in there. When you register, you get added into the drawings for all the prizes. We're giving away prizes every single day. We are also going to be playing bingo. Our bingo is on Friday night. Let me grab my planner here. Bingo. Oh, I got to get into May. Goes from April 28th through May 11th. Bingo is on the 9th. You must be present. It's going to be live. You must be present to play bingo. But you don't, if you already have plans for that night, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's just part of the whole program, and it's going to be another stamping class with a little bingo thrown in. So there's opportunities for everybody. This is available globally. So if you're outside the United States, you can still join the new product launch party. We cannot ship you a Make and Take packet. We are not allowed to ship outside the United States as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so just know that. In that Facebook group, we will have card challenges. We're going to do product spotlight videos. So we'll take like a suite of products and show you all the details about it, which is really fun. We'll have sample galleries. We're going to have guest presenters, tons and tons of inspiration. And once you register, it's only $18 to register. The Make and Take packet is optional. Once you register, you will get a free gift from us with your registration. So daily lives videos daily exclusive videos, including 7 live streams on YouTube. So I think I covered it. $450 in prizes on bingo night. What? I know. This is a lot of fun. So that is all about the new product launch party. Again, you're going to be looking for that graphic for the party. It's also, the registration is listed in this graphic on my blog, www.AStampAbove.com. All right, so we will be featuring tons of inspiration with the new product launch. And when we say new product launch, we mean online exclusives and our brand new catalog, which starts on May 6th, you guys. If you are new to Stampin' Up! And you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to earn your business. I'd be happy to send you this catalog. Barbara says, is there a cost to play bingo? Yes. The cost is the make and take packet. So you have to order the make and take packet in order to play and be eligible to win prizes for bingo. But everybody that registers for the launch will be able to watch the bingo. To be eligible to win the prizes and actually play bingo with us, you have to order the make and take packet. And I don't have the price right here, but I want to say that it is, hang on, I can share that with you right here. It is, I want to say $59. I'm pulling it up right now. $59. Cheryl, thank you very, very much. It is $59, and that includes bingo, and that's how we give away all the prizes. That registration goes towards the prizes that we give away. So super, super fun. So that's our new product launch. What else do I have going on here? We have catalogs retiring. Of course, we've got the last chance list up. This is our old catalog that will be retiring on May 5th. The new catalog and new online exclusive, you guys, don't forget there's a whole bunch of new products coming in our online exclusives, which are not part of the catalog. This is the new catalog coming out May 6th. And not all of, but there are a lot of things that are retiring in this mini catalog also. So make sure you check out that last chance list. Under this video is a link to my online store. And that will take you to the online store, but you can click on last chance and see all the things that are retiring. Some things are like up to 50% off, 60% off. Some things are really on sale. So you did not, Kathy, miss tonight's projects. Of course, you know that you're here with Kelly, who does this a lot. I've heard some people get annoyed by it and others love it. So we're someplace in the middle. Okay. Back to prizes. How did we get away from our prizes? Because squirrel, right? Okay, first of all, there are 3 ways to win prizes. The first way is to leave a comment here. If you're new to me, please leave a comment. Just say hi. You can say where you're coming from. I always love to know where you guys are coming from. I have some of these purple adhesive back sequins, and I feel like you can never have enough of these. For the last video that I did, Lisa Marcelino, these are going to be on their way to you, and congratulations. Thank you guys all so much for your comments. Next up, we have sharing my video. When you share this video, that really helps me out. So please click and share this video as I am watching on my iPad to monitor your comments. There's a little share button right there. And you can click on that share button and it'll give you options as to where you want to share it. Just pick one. Facebook is a great place. Pinterest is a great place. YouTube is a okay place. But Facebook is probably the best place. I appreciate your shares. I have a Starstruck embossing folder for Louise Whitford of Lowville, New York. Louise, this embossing folder is going to be on its way to you. And thank you all so much for sharing my video. And I see Lisa's on here tonight. Yay, Lisa, you're a winner. You already knew that though, right? You knew you were a winner. You're all winners. Last way to earn prizes from me is to place an order with me. You guys know I always appreciate your orders. They are what keeps me in business and pays my bills. They keep these free videos coming out to everybody. Succulent Details. This is a 2-step stamping set. You've got the outline and the solid that adds the color to it. Again, outline. This is actually a 3-step outline, highlights, solid color. We've got an outline and solid color here with some great sentiments. This is for placing an order going out to Barbara Nowelsicki. Did I say that right? Barbara Nowelsicki of Dover, Pennsylvania. I hope you're on here because it's always fun to see you when you're like, oh my gosh, I won. So thank you guys all. Thank everybody. Thank you to everybody for your orders. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to check out that last chance list. There's some great things going away that some of them are on sale, but some of them like were on my wish list and I don't want to miss them. I'm going to set this stuff over here so I do not lose it and I can get that out in the mail. Let me see. Lisa, I'm not sure if I have your address. Could you email me your address? My email address is Kelly, Kelly, at AStampAbove.com. And Christina's asking, where is the Starstruck embossing folder? It was a celebration item, so it is no longer for sale. It was exclusive during January and February. Okay, next up. I think we're ready. Let me look at my notes. Ready to flip the camera around. Da-da-da! I've got all the things. Oh, one more thing I want to remind you of. So I was doing free card kits prior to the switch of our new Stampin' Rewards. And you guys, I would say, please use the host code. And that really helped me in purchasing all the things for the card kits, helping reimburse me for my shipping costs for those. Well, now that we have changed our new rewards to the new system, we are doing a Stamp Happy Party live once a month. Dina, Barb, and I get together and we stamp together. And let me see if I can find last time that Stamp Happy Party was available for everybody to watch. And if you remember, this is the card that I made. We all made the same fun fold, but just with different product, which is super fun. And this was the card that I made. We have our next Stamp Happy Party is on May 7th. And it's going to be at 6 p.m. Central Time, May 7th. The next Stamp Happy Party is a gift in place of those free card kits that I was sending out. With your $35 order in the last month or so, you will get a special invitation to join Barb, Dina, and I on YouTube when you have a $35 order between last month and May 6th, May 7th. I'll try to get invitations out to everybody if you order, at the last minute. But we're going to have another Stamp Happy Party. We have a really cool fun fold that I picked that we're all three going to make, together. We're in our separate places. Dina's in Iowa and Barb's in Wyoming. I'm in Wisconsin, but we're all together in one video. So that is going to be our gift to you as a private party, thanking you for our orders. So the next Stamp Happy Party will be private, and you will be able to attend when you place a minimum $35 or more order between now and the 7th. So I just wanted to make sure everybody knows about that. Our new reward system, when you go to my online store, when your shopping cart reaches $20, you are going to get a 10% reward to use on your next order. So you're going to accumulate rewards, and you can accumulate them for as long as you want, or you can use them up right away on the next order. Stampin' Up! Is going to keep track of all of your rewards, so you don't have to do that. Your rewards are good to be compiled for up to a year, and Stampin' Up! Will also tell you when they're expiring and how much is expiring on what date. I mean, it's fantastic. But now, instead of having to get to a $150 order before you got 10% rewards, at $20, you're going to start accumulating 10% rewards. So yay! This is going to be fantastic. Okay, I think that's all that I need to yak about that. I see that Christine found on Pinterest the lamb cupcake fails. Photos will be coming, she said. I can't wait, Christine. I'm so happy to see you here tonight. Okay, I'm ready to flip the camera around. Yeah, are you guys ready? Is everybody ready? Oh, hang on, I gotta move my, here we go. Stay with me if anything happens that I get disconnected. Oh, by the way, you guys, I have had a sketchy internet for the last couple days. So if something happens that we get disconnected, just come back here to my channel and I will build a new link and you'll be able to find it. Okay, here is my website. You'll find hundreds of creative ideas on here at www.AStampAbove.com. Where do you type that in? Just in your Google search bar. You're just going to type www.AStampAbove.com. You can type my name, Kelly Acheson, you will find me. So one of the things that Haley does at Valerie's birthday parties is she has all these picture boards of the last year for Val and Dawson. And you could go around and they're laying all over the table, these pictures, and you can pick them up and take your favorites. So these are my favorites that I grabbed. Isn't that just precious? Look at the excitement with that girl. She is so stinking adorable. Here she is in the pool. This is the whiskey barrel that the kids dug the dirt out of and refilled. And a little memorial here for my dad. And look at this. That girl has so much sass and personality. It is just incredible. But there's my little baby girl. And I wanted to let you guys know, I only have a couple of these left. This is our Everyday Arches online class. This is a fun class in the mail where you get a packet. And it's going to have some of the glimmer paper in it. It's going to have the in color family DSP, some beautiful white ribbon, and the in color gems. Now you can add on the bundle, the Everyday Arches bundle if you don't have it, or the art. We're going to be using the Arches Wishes, which is an add-on stamp set to this bundle. You can add any of this stuff on or just get the packet. There's 3 different options here. Option 3 is a PDF file. So if you already have this stuff or something that'll work in its place, you can get the PDF file for $20. The add-on, all of this includes tax and shipping. The class is going to be shipping out this week. Pre-cut cardstock for 6 cards, and then the goodies, depending on what option you order. However, if you are a member of our Stamp Happy Academy, we have recently changed the membership to a low price of $20. We increased the content that we provide you with your subscription and lowered the price. Who does that? We do. We know things are getting tough for people, and we just wanted to do something a little out of the ordinary. If you become a Stamp Happy Academy member, you get the PDFs for most of these classes included in your subscription. So starting May 1st, this is starting next week. Yeah, because today's the 27th. It's starting this week on Thursday. Memberships are $20. You don't have, I don't think you have to wait to subscribe. It's going to be $20 right now. And then you're billed each month on the same day. So also included in your Stamp Happy Academy membership subscription is the Stamp Happy Party. So you will get that every month. You can join us for that once a month Stamp Happy Party as a Stamp Happy Academy member. So that's a huge bonus. This is available globally. And you can just type in Stamp Happy Academy and you will do a search in Google and you'll find us. Otherwise, you can type in stamphappyacademy.ning.com. So all of our online classes that we do together are included with your subscription, as well as the Stamp Happy Party Night. Super fun. Don't forget that we have online exclusives. In March, we had a whole brand new release of all these products, and I think people aren't quite used to the online exclusives yet. So I have this beautiful flyer. We've got embossing folders, ribbon, bundles, 2 different kinds of designer paper here. We've got a beautiful suite of products here with all the goodies, including masks that match up with the Thankful Garden stamp set. And lots of fun things. We're going to be using these hole punch assortments tonight. I think tonight, I'm pretty sure I pulled them out. Yeah, we are. Oh, maybe that's next week, but that's part of the online exclusives. I'm a little ahead of the game, which never happens. We've got just some beautiful, beautiful bundles, stamp sets, all kinds of good stuff in here. I was just playing with this Zip It Up bundle last night. Oh my gosh, that is so fun. Getting ready for next week, because with this new catalog kickoff, things get a little crazy for Dina, Barb, and I. So we have to like get all our ducks in a row so we can continue to do our regular stuff like tonight, Sunday Night Live. So when you go to the online store, you will find the online exclusives as one of your menu options, so you can look through all those. Okay. Before I get to that, did you guys see my latest video that went live on my blog on Friday? I had a blog hop with the Totally Technique design team. This is my monthly technique for the month. It was also the theme for the blog hop, collage stamping. Every month I do a technique and I type up brief instructions for them. I put a date on the instruction sheet as to where they can go to my blog and find the video for the technique. I do a sample of the technique on the instruction card, and then also everybody that is part of my online technique club gets a card and the instruction sheet with a sample on it. And this was my collage stamping, which was very different from everybody else's collage stamping. So make sure you go check out that blog hop. You're going to find all kinds of different ideas for collage stamping, which is really, really fun. But this is what that was all about. And then I had some alternative colors that I also used. So this was Night of Navy with Balmy Blue. Then I did Pecan Pie with Crumb Cake and Early Espresso with Crumb Cake for these cards. This particular bundle is on the last chance list. It is retiring. And it's one of my favorites. I've made a lot of really pretty cards out of this. And it is a great one for collage stamping. So that's what that was all about. You'll find that on my blog. My technique for last month was rubber band stamping, if you happen to miss that. This is rubber bands wrapped around an acrylic block and inked up in Versamark and stamped on here and embossed with gold embossing powder. Isn't that so beautiful? Here's the instruction sheet that everybody got. I left half of it without ink. This was blended ink with a blending brush. I've got a whole bunch of dirty ones over here. I've been playing with them. And it's just as cool without the color behind it as it is with the color. But this is the kind of stuff we do in my online technique club. And what that means is you join online. I provide you with the idea, and then I mail you the card and the instruction sheet. You join for a 6-month period, and you place a minimum $25 order with me each month. Demonstrators are invited to be able to join as well. You would just place that $25 minimum order with me instead of through your own account, and you can be a part of this fabulous fun mail, right? Happy mail. Okay, here we go, you guys. Let me see. Can you show me how a demonstrator can print this out? Wendy, what are you asking to print out? The flyer that I just showed you about the online exclusives? Is that what you're asking me about? Let me know. Because this is actually on my blog, you know, www.AStampAbove, and you can go right there and you can click on it and download it to your device or print it. So yeah, Wendy says she loves that rubber band technique. It is really fun. I did a whole bunch of different colors too. So you could do this one. And I used that corner stamp set that is in the mini catalog to stamp this. It was just really fun. Yeah, the flyer is on my blog. Look for the online exclusives. I think what you're going to see is like this graphic as you go. I think you're going to have to page through. Like it's not on the front page. You're going to have to go to the next page. You're going to see this, and that's where you're going to be able to get that flyer that you can download and print out or save to your device. So, who has this amazingly happy paper? This is called Full of Life, and I was really excited that this is not retiring, but it is definitely something that you need to have if you don't have it. I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 more packs of this, as well as this decrepit little thing that I have used like crazy. I absolutely love this beautiful paper. I am making, I think all 3 cards tonight are very different, but they all use this paper. So let me get this out here. I got to change my glasses out so I can see what I'm doing, right? And I am combining this paper with several different stamp sets. And Maria says she loves this paper and all of the bright colors. I know. Oh, before I forget, you guys, somebody was, I think it was Joe, was asking how my mom is doing. My mom is doing okay. She's felt good the last couple days. We did have a doctor's appointment on Friday. And she was going to start, her immunotherapy quit working. So she was going to start the plan B for her treatment. And she decided not to do that. So we're going to go with some different type of treatment plans and see how that goes. So keep the prayers coming for her. The power of prayer is very, very huge. And so we always appreciate those prayers. So thank you very much. Sharing Loving Crafting. This is a great stamp set for stamping the back of your cards, especially if you're going to sell them. Stampin' Up! Does have what they call an angel policy. And if you're going to sell cards, you need to have the copyright Stampin' Up! Someplace on your card. You can put it on the back. You can use, like if you're using Berry Burst, you can stamp it in Berry Burst so it's not like real bright and crazy. But you do need to have a copyright on, both of these are copyright, on cards that you sell using Stampin' Up! Products. But I love this. Crafted with you in mind. That's a cute thing to put on the back. I like to put the happiness inside on my envelopes. And I love this, that it fits perfectly in our 1 3/4 inch circle punch, just to brighten your day. And of course, this paper is definitely going to brighten somebody's day. So I chose this as my stamp set. And the paper really is the star of the card we're going to make first. I also found, this is going to be our background. Whoops. Hang on. I got my die in the packet with all my cardstock layers here. Oh, I got to get all the things out. So just hang tight. So I found that the third from the smallest, I know my dies are just a mess. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles in the stylish shapes. We also have squares and banners and just, this is, you guys have seen me use this 100+ times. But we're going to use the third from the smallest circle for our actual stamping. Okay, this fits perfectly. And then the 1 3/4 inch punch is a great layer behind it. So that's why I picked that. So let me put these all away. You can tell by how beat up all of this is that I use this stylish shapes the most out of any of my dies. The other thing that we're going to use is the Friends for Life set of dies. And this was a whole suite. It's broken apart now because it's not new anymore. No, you know what? It still is, but the stamp set is gone. One of the things that I think is really cool about this particular set of dies, let me get out piercing mat here, is that you don't have to have the stamp set to go with it because there's nothing in here that matches or has to die cut anything in the stamp set. We've got all of this stuff. Some really neat elements in here. We've got the friend. This says friend, really small. And then this is the one that layers behind it to make 2 layers. And then we've got some little hearts, bigger hearts, and then this leaf image. Maybe that. Let me look at that. Oh yeah, that leaf image cut this out. This is gone. This sold out right away. But that leaf image is the only thing that matched something in the stamp set. But I love this set of dies. It's a very unique. This is a very unique die. We're going to be using that one. Let me put these all back in here. This is on sale. I think was regularly maybe $34, and now it's on sale for $27. I'm going to look quick because I had it pulled up. Yes, it was $34. It's called Friends for Life. And now it's on sale for $27. Okay, we're also going to be using Berry Burst ink and black. Let me get my black out here. This is Memento black that I put in a empty white ink pad. I like the way it stamps. It gives me a much nicer image than the hard fabric of a Memento. Well, that stays on. Here's a Memento. This is the Memento pad. This is a hard pad, right? It's a fabric pad. These are foam pads and they're a little more squishy. You can see that it used to be white, but I just put Memento ink in it. You can get, you know, the Memento ink refill. Yeah, that's what this, I'm like, why is there a warning sign on it? What does that even say? I don't even know. But anyways, that's what I did. Okay, so all of our layers. I have a bunch of cards to share with you also using this particular set of dies bundle. I'm going to be using the neutral matte dots on this first card. And here comes, getting all my things sorted out here. Here comes all of my layers. And already we're happy, right? Inky said the grandsons chose this DSP to use for several cards. They had so much fun. Oh, that is so, so sweet. Yes, Nancy. Nancy did not know that if you sell cards, you need a copyright symbol. Where do you get this? In my online store. It's called Sharing Loving Crafting, and you can buy it. Yeah, that's where it comes from. Okay, so here we go. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. We are going to start with a Berry Burst card base, and this is 8.5 by 5.5. And the first thing we're going to do, this is a fun fold. It's a really easy fun fold that I think you guys are going to love. Easy peasy. We are going to score this at 1.5 in our paper trimmer, and then 5 3/4, which, by the way, if you guys are looking for a really nice paper trimmer, I don't say this often enough, but this one is super nice. It's very light. It's inexpensive. It extends out. It comes with a scoring blade and a cutting blade. And it extends out to 18 1/4 inches. So it's really, really nice. So again, we scored at 1.5 and 5 3/4. So we're going to fold that and burnish that edge. And then we're going to fold this. And I like to kind of butt it up against the other one and force it to be perfect. Because I'm not real perfect at scoring. So this is our card front. You can do your card like this, or you can do your card like this. It's completely up to you. I love options, right? Then we are going to take, this is our envelope. I've already stamped the happiness inside on this envelope, so I just think that's kind of fun. You could also decorate the flap to make it a little extra special. We have a piece of basic white that is, I don't know why I have 2 of those. So we have one piece of basic white. Did you see me just fling it? 4 by 5 1/4. And then we have our designer series paper. This is 2.5 by 5 1/4 and 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. So we've got both of those. I think I cut 2 by mistake because I didn't think I had one, but I have a 1/2 inch strip here for the inside. And then I've got a white scrap and a Berry Burst scrap. So let's go ahead and get this on our white layer. I decided not to put a sentiment on the inside of my card because I like to have all occasion cards where I can just write a note. Like, for example, today I went to the most beautiful bridal shower with one of my team members. She messaged me and said, "Can I ride with you?" And I said, "Oh, you bet you can. That'll be fun." And we chatted all the way down and back from Milwaukee, Mequon, actually, if you guys live down there in Milwaukee area. And This would be a great card to be able to send with her. So I send to her and say, wow, I had a really good time with you. We need to go to lunch or something. So I like to leave the inside blank. And if I need a get well card, the sentiment on the front that says just to brighten your day, I can stamp a get well in here at a moment's notice, right? Okay, this is going to be our card. Now we're going to take this, and I remember this is the 2.5 by 5 1/4. I'm going to put this right over here. Oh, this just makes me so happy. Now, if you wanted to make this a little fancier, you could cut this layer a little smaller and add another layer of white or color behind the designer series paper. And then I'm going to use this, which is the back of that paper, on the other little flap. And I told you this is a super easy fun fold, but I think it's always great to be able to have those dimensions that I gave you. And you don't need to worry about writing anything down, because when this video is over, I'm going to be working hard into the hours of the night, taking pictures and adding them to my blog with dimensions and then links to the names of all of these things. Those links, it's in a product list. It'll take you to my store, but you can look at them. And when you hover over them on my blog, it will tell you the name of it. Or you can click on them. It'll take you right into my store and blow that particular product up. So you can see the item code if you need it. You can click on add to your cart. You can see the full name. It's a pretty great little feature. Okay, so here is our really pretty card. Now we need to decorate the front, right? So we are going to do a tiny bit of stamping. I'm just going to grab another scrap here. I've got a whole bin of scraps. We are going to use our black ink pad, and I've got that stamp from the Sharing Loving Crafting that says just to brighten your day. I'm going to stamp that right here. I used the Berry Burst and the Happiness Inside from the same stamp set to stamp on the envelope. I'm like, why do I have the Berry Burst here? That's why. Don't forget. That's why. And then I am going to use, you guys, oh, here it is. This, which is the 1, 2, 3rd from the smallest of the stitched shapes. I'm going to die cut this. I'm going to take this heart, which is really unique. I can't wait to show this to you. I'm going to die cut that out of white scrap and also out of Berry Burst scrap. So we're going to die cut all of these. And when I do that, it not only gives you this from that one die, this one little die, you get this. And isn't that just the most unique little heart? But you also get this. So you could put this on a card layer if you wanted to, or you can take your scissors and you can cut this out. Now I would round this off because that looks a little goofy, and you have a heart. So isn't that neat? You get 1, 2, or 3 different things out of this single die, which I love. So we have that one. Here's the white, same thing, very cool. I've got my white heart and my Berry Burst heart here. Oh, and then I need one other scrap here. Let me bring this scrap back. We're gonna punch this 1 3/4 inch circle punch from Berry Burst. And, oh, hang on. I can bring this back in. Here's our just to brighten your day. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to that punch circle. And then, hang on, I'm falling off my chair here. Put this back so I don't lose it. Now we're going to put these on here. What are we going to do with these? Oh, I had some black baker's twine here too that I cut off because I'm using it in another card. Hang on. Oh, here it is right here on the floor. Sometimes as I'm moving around here, things get stuck on my arms and then I pull them off my table onto the floor. Do you guys have that problem at all? Wendy noticed my rainbow tattoo. So I had a rainbow tattoo on my hand, which I still have, and look how good it is. When I showered this morning, I forgot that I had a unicorn on my cheek. And I got out of the shower and it was still perfectly there, just like this one. So I had to scrub it off with makeup remover. Thought that would have been cute going to this fancy, beautiful shower with a unicorn on my cheek. Yeah, because I'm the granny who puts the tattoos all over her face. I do that. So what I decided to do with this is kind of put it together like this. Once I got it together, it was kind of flopping around a little bit. So then I decided just to add a tiny bit of glue someplace where it overlapped the other one. So I'm just going to take, and you can put your card together and then figure this out, because that's what I did on my first one. I'm going to do this, just a tiny bit of glue. Oops, I got glue on my fingers. So it kind of sticks together there, okay? Because this part of the heart is going to be stuck down with dimensionals right over here, and we're going to put this right on here. So here's how I did this. And I just thought this card was just so simple and just really, oops, hang on, we'll throw that one away. So simple and just really cool. So I'm going to put my dimensional on this side on the heart die, and then I'm going to put another one right there, and that's going to hold our hearts in place. And then I glued them just a tiny bit where they overlap. Get this off. And now I'm going to come in here and make sure that my sentiment is straight. Oh my gosh, isn't it so cool? Watch this. Make sure you don't get glue on the back of this, because you don't want that sticking there. It's kind of delicate. Then I thought, I need to tie a little bow and add this black for our black ink that we used on our sentiment. Do you guys ever find when you're using the any type of baker's twine that you have to hold this when you go to make your loops smaller? Otherwise, it gets all goofy and curls up and looks stupid. If you have ever had that look stupid problem, that's why. You got to hold on to these loops so they don't twirl around and get all blah. Nobody wants all blah, right? Is that a word? I think I just made it a word, all blah. Okay, take your pick tool and a mini glue dot. I'm going to curl this up into a little log. And I am going to add my bow to the very, very edge, because I don't want this to cover up my words, my sentiment. Oh my gosh, I just love this. And I'm going to leave my tails a little bit longer, because when somebody gets this card and then sets it up, it always looks nice if your tails are a little longer. You can tuck them into your envelope, right? So, don't forget, we need to embellish. I thought that rhinestones would look really good on here. You know what? I'm going to use rhinestones for this card, and then I'll show you the one that I used the black neutral dots on. So you can decide. I really kind of like the glitz of the rhinestones. So we're going to try that. Oops, let me get that off of there. I'm going to put like a rhinestone right here, and then a little one right there, and maybe a medium right down here. Ooh, that is really pretty. And then the other thing that I really want to do now that I'm looking at this is I want to put, nope, that's not the same. I want to grab, that's not the same. Oh, it's the polka dots. That's what I'm looking for here. Do I not have any polka dots left? Oh, here's some little dots. This will work. Look, there's little dots too. We got big dots and little dots. I think I'm going to do this to my envelope flap, because I want something just a little bit more. Happiness inside is fun, but this is way more fun, right? So to do this, you need a piece that's about 2.5 inches wide by 6 inches long. And that is going to definitely be some happiness in a mailbox. So 2.5 by 6, trim it around here. If somebody's new to me, this is how we do this. I know that you guys that watch me all the time, you're like, oh, yep, we know how to do that, right? But sometimes there's new people. So we have to keep that in mind. We do not discriminate. There's no discrimination. Isn't that fun? No discrimination. So here is our super cute, easy little fun fold. I love this. And if this doesn't brighten somebody's day, I'm not quite sure what you can do. Here's the other card that I made. And I used these little squares. Isn't that pretty too, you guys? Just a little different paper. And then I used the black on here. Which one do you like better? The rhinestones or the neutral black dots? I thought they went along with the thread and the ink here, you know, to pull that black in. But again, same card. Easy little fun fold. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. I'm trying to see if I missed any questions. Did I miss any questions, you guys? I'm looking at comments right now. Sometimes it's really hard to catch everything. Da, 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 da. Okay. And again, sharing, loving, crafting. So if you're going to do, let's get this off of here. And I'll see if one of these will fit on here. Let's do the Stampin' Up! Logo. Or we could do the handcrafted by. That's always a fun one. If I was going to sell this, of course, you know, I would need to put the copyright stamp on the back. But let's do this. I'm going to do the Berry Burst. This doesn't need to be real bold. You could do it in black if you really wanted to stand out. Handcrafted by. And then let me find my little black pen. We got our Stamp Happy Academy pen, and I'm just going to write Kelly here. Isn't that fun? Handcrafted by. Here comes another one. Kelly. There we go. Yay. Cheery and bright. Okay, black. Oh, you guys like the black. Okay, good to know. Most black, some rhinestones. Some rhinestones. I think the black really does pop, right? But I really love a little bling. Not gonna lie. Super fun card. Okay. Let's move on. Lots of fun here. And with that out of the way. Next. Wow. This is a doozy, you guys. Now, don't let me forget. Okay, so I'm going to show the cards right now because we're going to use different stamp sets for the other ones. Look at this. Isn't this striking? This is the leaf from the Friends for Life dies. And I know we have lots of leaves, right? But this is just another bonus in here with all the other fun stuff. This is the leaves in Peach Pie and Lemon Lime Twist with black. Isn't that so striking? I absolutely love this card. And I never think to do things just so simple, right? So simple and so out of the norm for this whole bundle. Here's the paper. I'm pretty sure this is my paper. Yep. This is the paper, the Full of Life paper using the dinosaur set. Super cute. Let me get this one out of the package. Here's another one with, here's the heart and the little hearts, and then this strange little element that I think is really cool. Yeah, beautiful. The paper. Anything? Nope, nothing on the inside. Here's one that I made for you guys a while back using that dotted embossing folder, and again with that heart and just a little snippet of the paper. Isn't that so pretty? I made a whole set of these in all different colors, whatever colors the corner happened to be that I cut out for the square. And I went 1, 2, 3, 4, stacked them 4 by 3 of little squares. And I just made all the different colors. I love this one. Here's another one. Again, here's the die that says friend, and there's that leaf again with the designer paper. So pretty, right? Love this one. And this is just designer paper. Like the paper does all the work. Let me see. Here's some more color options with this particular design. Isn't that just so pretty? Let me see if I can. That's the green one we've got there. Here's another one. Maybe, is that the same one? No, this is different also. Look at how pretty those are. This paper's so pretty. Just happiness everywhere. And then here's the last one I have. Isn't that fun? Here's that funny little element again. Here they used a punch and then the stitch shapes behind it. So you've got that option with the different sizes also. Wow, right? I love this. So again, these dies are the Friends for Life dies with the Full of Life paper. The stamp set that matched it is not available, but totally not necessary with this particular bundle. Okay, now we're gonna bring out One More Year. So you guys know that I did a whole series with the Dyna Roar set. I think that was the dinosaur set, Darling Dinos, and the One More Year. So the Darling Dinos, this is part of a live video on my blog. There was 6 days of videos, and each one had a card and a 3D item. Super duper cute. These are all so adorable. But we used the dinosaurs and the One More Year. And I've pulled out, look at this. This was my little box. Let me see if I can get this pulled out of here. Isn't that super cute? Put some little treats in there. Here was another little container. All the videos are on my blog, www.AStampAbove.com. You can also order the PDF for $20 or $25 for 6 days, 12 projects on my blog. Super, super cute. So most of the cards, the demonstrators that were in this with me, most of them picked the dinosaurs. We have a couple cards using, the couple projects using the One More Year. So I promised you, I think I already showed you this one. I promised you that I would show you more projects. Is this the same? Yeah, this is the same as the last one with the One More Year stamp set. So I pulled out the cards from this particular series called the Birthday Bash series. That's what you're looking for. I pulled out the cards from that so I can share them with you again tonight. But I am going to make a card with this One More Year because I promised I would be using it more and then I didn't yet. So I thought, oh, Kelly, you don't want to be a liar pants. So we are going to be using our Memento Black and Pretty in Pink ink pads, the One More Year stamp set. I've got the adhesive back sequins trio and a little bit of linen thread. A little bit is right? And we are going to make a really cool fun fold. We've got a black Stampin' Right marker here, as well as some blends for coloring. So this particular card, oh, and we're going to use Stylish Shapes again. So this is the largest square from the Stylish Shapes. We're going to use that. Okay, let me get out all the bits and pieces. I'm going to move these out of my way. Move this. So this card is called a Double Diamond Fun Fold. And we are going to, oh, I already did my envelope. Is that for this? Oh, no, that goes with my sample. Never mind. I'm like, what? That doesn't even match. We are going to use, so I have made one already for a boy. This one that we're making right now is going to be girl colors, and I'll show both of them to you. So we have a card base that is 4 1/4 by 11. And we're going to do a little scoring on that. And what did Anki say? I didn't get the dino bundle because those dinosaurs are way too cute. Great for girls, but there's just one girl among the small kids in the family. Oh, I understand what you're saying. But I've also seen some super cute. You could change your balloons here to boy colors and skip the flower and use boy colors for this. And this is definitely can be a boy card. Dawson loves dinosaurs. He absolutely loves them. So we've had a lot of fun with that. But yeah, these tend to be a little more girly colors. This could be for a little boy. The oranges, that could work. But you know what? Whatever you're going to be happy with, but those dinosaurs are stinking adorable, right? So 4 1/4 by 11. We are going to get our arm out here. We're going to score at 2 1/4. 2 1/4. And again, all of these dimensions will be on my blog a couple hours after we're done tonight. I have to take pictures and edit and do all the things. Do all my computer coding to make sure everything works okay. 2 1/4, 4 1/2, 7 3/4. All right, you guys, what are you drinking tonight? I have to show you. I've got strawberry lemonade, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, Raleigh, North Carolina. Thank you, Christine Andrade, that is on here tonight. Yep. I set this too close to my mom's flowers that were sitting on the table, and the center, what is that called? I don't know what it's called. It's called something that starts with an S, but the middle of one of the lilies, I think, did this to my bottle, and it's stained now. It won't come off. It's not dirty. I just want you to know that. I don't want you to go, oh my gosh, look at Kelly's bottle. It looks gross. Okay, we're going to fold on these score lines. I need to know, oh, lime margarita. Wendy, you go, girl. Stamen, yes, that's what it was. I know there's a girl body part that I didn't want to say wrong. Can I share that with you guys? Judy. And I always kind of am afraid I'm going to say it the wrong way. Coffee, water, lemonade, iced tea. Pretty in Pink cardstock is not available right now. Oh, good to know, Christine. It will be back in soon. Don't worry about that. Oh, what did I just get on here? I must have had something laying here. Hang on. I have my little eraser deal. I don't want a big goober on my card. I don't know if I like that. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to fold it the other way because we can. I don't know what just happened there. There's a little bit of glue there. That's why we have two sides of every piece of cardstock, right? Okay, there we go. Turned it the other way. Goober is gone. All right, so again, this is called a double diamond. Very cool. Oh, look at that. I've got two pieces here. Again, I just must not be paying attention to what I'm doing tonight. That's the second time that I've had two pieces. This is going to be for our envelope. And it's hard to decide which side of this paper to use. Again, the Full of Life Designer Series paper cut 2 1/2 by 6. You could probably cut it a little bit smaller, but this is quick and easy. And I did say that I have like 4 more packs of this, right? This designer paper. This is not retiring, you guys. The stamp set and the dies. The stamp set's gone. The dies are retiring, but this paper is not on the last chance list. And that made me so happy. So here's our beautiful little envelope flap. Then we have 2 pieces. This is the same Designer Series paper piece. I'm going to flip one over. So this one is 3 by 4. This one is 2 by 4. So I just cut this. Whoops, let's do this. I cut it at 4 inches and then cut one at 3 and one at 2. 2 by 4, 3 by 4. We can go right ahead and add these to our double diamond card base. This bigger one, of course, is going to go right here. Make sure I get it on here straight. There we go. That looks pretty good. And this one is going to go right here. And there we go. Okay, next step, our other layers. The inside layer is the same size as this one. 3 by 4. So this is going to be our basic white inside layer. And I think I'll just do this in steps right now. We can stamp that up and get it put right on the inside. And I am going to use the how old in dog years you'd be. And you know dog years is times 7, right? That's what I've always been led to believe. I know I'm not an expert on dog years, but let's see. Is that straight? I don't know. We're going to try it again. We'll see which one's better. That one looks straight. Okay. Tricky, right? Oh, you know what? I bet you I had this extra piece. Now I know why I have this extra piece, because we also, well, let's do this first. Squirrel, right? Let's stay here. And this is pretty in pink, and I'm just going to stamp some of these fun little fireworks type things right there, just to add a little extra to the inside. We'll cover up this one that's not really that crooked. I could have used it. And this is going to go right on the inside of our card. You're how old in dog years? In dog years, you'd be. There we go. Okay, so far we have this. We're going to do a little stamping right on some designer paper. And what I'm going to do is I am going to stamp the happy birthday. And that's all I really need inked up. And that looks pretty good. And I'm going to stamp that. I did pretty darn good. Look at that. I just want the happy birthday. So I'm going to bring my paper trimmer back in here. We'll see how well I can do on this. Kind of cut this off right there. Whoops. Like what I just did. Like I didn't cut half of it. Okay, let's try that again. Because as in life, same as stamping, not everything turns out perfect, right, everybody? Oh, that turned out great. Try that again. Let's cut it all the way with your paper trimmer, Kelly. Yay. First day on the job. Okay, now I've got this a little crooked on my paper, so I might have to stamp this again. We'll see, you guys. It could be a third time is a charm. Hang on, this came right out of my track. There we go. Yeah, see, it got a little jaggy there. Oh, it looks pretty good. Let me do a little bit of this because I was cutting such a tiny little sliver. Oops. I don't want it to be all weird. Okay, there we go. Okay, that looks great. Now the next cut will be much better, but I want this to be fairly thin and close. And I just want it to be straight. So I have to wiggle it around a little bit. There we go. And that's probably going to work. That's not going to work for me. Let's see if we can trim a little bit more off. Good grief, Kelly. This is not going to be pretty right now. So just hang with me. I did it. Yay, I am a professional. Woo. Okay, that was tricky. I might have had to start over again, but you know, like things happen. Things are not perfect, right? We all know that. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do to that. And I am going to add some little dimensionals back here. Get our mini dimensionals. We'll set that aside. Okay. All right, now the rest of our card, the squares, which I showed you, uses the large stylish shapes. I've got 2 of these, okay? And then I've got 2 pretty in pink that are 3x3. So if you don't have square dies, you're gonna go with 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 for your white layer and 3x3 for these. We're going to do some stamping and some coloring on these. And remember, this is a diamond shape, so we're going to be stamping our images like a diamond. Okay, let me get this closed. And I thought what I would do here is we are going to stamp our little dog, this little pug-looking dog. He is super cute. My friend Lori had a pug. Just adorable. I'm going to stamp him right here. Oh my gosh, how cute is he? And then we're going to stamp our little cake here with 1,000,000 candles on it, because you know this isn't for like a 4 or 5-year-old, right? This is for one of my friends. Oh, so pretty. What else do I have in here? Okay, good. We're doing good. We'll close this up. I'm going to wipe my fingers on my pants. Hi, Patty Skiba. Patty Skeebs was with me today. That's who went to Mequon for the shower, and we had just a lovely time. So I said, Patty, we're going to have to get together for lunch or something, because we still have more things to talk about. Okay, coloring. Here's what I'm working with. I have light and dark crumb cake, and I think we'll just do our dog first. And I am going to use, this is the dark, so here's going to be a little, if you're a colorer, you know exactly what you're doing. If you don't color much, this will be helpful on shading and stuff like that. And I'm going to do just a little bit on his little curly tail. We're going to come up here and color this part a little darker. And maybe right over here. That's about it. Oh, we forgot these wrinkles over here. Pugs are really kind of like chubby, wrinkly. And then sometimes they actually look like they are a balloon ready to burst also. Make sure you leave the white around his eyes white, because that really does make a difference. Color his little ears. And then I'm going to go around his little freckly, cheeky things. Think all my technical terms. And then I like to outline now. And then where you've got that darker color, you want to just keep kind of coloring over it to blend in that shading. So it doesn't look so just weird. There we go. There's our little pooch. We're going to go with the dark. I'm going to color his little nose. I forgot to do that. And then on his little cheeks, I'm going to bring in some light, dark petal pink. This is dark petal pink. I'm just going to give him some little cheeks. It's not a big difference, but it matters to me. We've got light, real red here for his tongue. It's pretty bright. Cute, right? And then let's see, we're going to use our pink for the hat. This is dark, pretty in pink. Colors little pom-pom and a couple of the stripes. Okay, so, oh, and I kind of like to do a little ground under my animals. So I'm going to grab my light crumb cake. And I don't want him just sitting out here in the middle of nowhere. And I know sometimes this is really scary for people to do this part because they think it's going to look stupid. And it does look pretty weird when you're really close to it as you're doing it. But once you kind of back up, oh, that looks pretty good. So don't sweat the small stuff. Okay, we've got our little cute dog done. Now we're going to bring in our amazing cake. And what I'm going to do with the cake is I'm going to take my pink. This is my dark pink. And I'm going to go right in here on that line and then around the icing edges. Patty that's on here tonight that went with me to the shower. We had a little incident with some cake today, didn't we, Patty? Patty and I together are possibly a little bit of trouble. Would you agree, Patty? We may have had, can I tell them? We may have had more than one piece of the amazing bridal cake, the bridal shower cake from our local hometown bakery here. Traveled all the way to Mequon to eat Manderfield's cake, which was delightful with real frosting with real sugar. Not the Cool Whippy stuff, but the real live sugar. Patty, are you still with me? The cake was amazing, and we may have helped ourselves to other people's portions that perhaps did not have the cake. Or maybe the ladies from the kitchen cut a little more than they needed to. We were grateful. Yeah, it was fun. We had a really good time. Okay. Even the games were fun. Everybody always says, I hate playing these games. I do not. I love them. I'm that person at your shower. And I'm all about winning. I did not win a single thing. But it was fun. But that's what I always hear from people. I hate these games. I do not hate them. They are fun. They get people laughing. We learn a little bit about the bride and the groom. And I just think that's cool because I like to know about people. My mom, she's so cute. She had a new nurse lady that came in on her appointment. And Dina would get a kick out of this. Dina can't believe how my mom walks away knowing everything about everybody's family, from the cab driver to the guy that punches your ticket to get on the whatever. And she does. She's so funny. And so she had this new nurse lady that came in on her appointment. And as soon as the doctor walked out, my mom looked at that lady and she goes, so, where are you from? Are you married? And the lady just starts telling her everything. My mom has this way with people. Whereas a lot of people would be like, what do you need to know that for? This is the U.S. We're friendly and we talk to people. And I guess from what I've understood that foreigners, people that aren't from the U.S., they don't understand that. It's kind of rude to say, so what do you do for a living? That's rude in other countries, but not here. My mom's like, oh, so do you have any kids? Where do you live? Oh, you're across the river. I'm on the other side of the river. And on she goes, you guys. I'm not even kidding. It is the cutest thing. But of course, she did that to the lady and found out exactly where she was from. I'm trying to decide on the plate. What do you think? What color should I make the plate? Where's our card? This is our card. I don't know. Should I just leave it white? Maybe. Okay, I'm going to leave it white. Red. Nancy says red. I'm in. Here it comes. I'm making it red. Nancy, good choice. Oh, you know what? I need my darker red. Hang on. We're going to do a little shading on the plate because why not? We can, and it's easy. So yeah, my mom knows all about the new lady now that came in on her appointment. She's so funny. And then she told me to make sure I tell Dina that she learned all about this lady. I said, I would, I promise, because Dina gets the biggest kick out of that. Okay, there's my red plate. All right, now, here's another thing that I like to do. This is really stark white. So I'm going to do a little flicky. Lid off. Big long tip, Stampin' Right marker. You can buy this black all by itself. Did you guys know that? You don't have to buy a whole pack of markers to get a black. But then you flick. Oops, kind of missed my layer. And you can flick as much as you want. And I think that's enough for me on that one. You want to let this dry. Don't touch it because it takes just a minute. 30 seconds to dry. And if you touch it right away, it'll smear. There's my puppy. I like it. Done. Boom. Aren't they cute? Okay, now I need to find, here's my 3x3 squares. Now, depending on what you do here, one of the things I thought about for this is you could simply put some pretty floral designer series paper and make that the star of your card, right? You could just put floral paper on these white squares instead of the white squares and put sentiments on with a label or something. You don't have to stamp in color like this. And that's one of the things that when you guys are watching me make these, let's say that this whole stamp set isn't your cup of tea. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Think outside of the box, not just this stamp set and, oh, I don't like that card because I don't like that stamp set. Think outside the box with, ooh, what else could I use this whole layout for? I'm giving you all the dimensions, all the hard stuff for you to be able to create whatever you would like. And of course, if you like this stamp set, by all means, you should go right to my store and buy it. Tee-hee-hee. But, you know, I understand that everybody has different tastes. So I always want you to be thinking outside the box, not just like, oh, I don't need to watch this card. I don't like that stamp set, or I don't like that designer paper. If you don't like this designer paper, I don't think we can be friends anymore, but I'm just kidding. Maybe I'm not. But you want to line up your square, your diamond, with the top edge of your card base. So you're only going to put your glue on that half. Don't even get it all the way up to the half, you guys. Stay under the half so that you don't have any glue running over to where it shouldn't be. But I always want you to be thinking outside of the box on different stamp sets, or maybe just designer paper. If you don't like to color, pick something where you don't have to color. You could just stamp solid images. Oh my gosh, look at how cute this is. Ah! Okay, so we still have a few more things to do here. I love this. Oh, and Sharon says Canadians. Some Canadians are like that, right? Like my mom loves to know people. Oh, you know what I noticed? This is kind of really crooked now that I put it on here, so I need to update. So I used my light. I better use the same tip too. My dog looks like he's been drinking, don't you think? He's like, so I need to update this. Is this the light? Yeah, I need to update this. So it's not so he's not sitting on a crooked floor, you guys. Perfect. And now he looks like he's on a little flatter surface. Easy peasy. There we go. All fixed. I don't want my dog to look like he's been drinking. Okay. Here comes our label that we stamped right on the designer paper. Does that look a little crooked to you? Maybe a little bit. Let's see if I can fix it. Here she goes again with this. I am brave. Do not worry. I am all about making adjustments when adjustments are necessary. Oh, look at that. That looks so much better. Okay, we're going to put that right down here. Oh, before we do that, hang tight. Where's that linen thread? Do you guys see it here? Here it is. We are going to get out our bow jig and we're going to tie a double bow. So 2 loops. And here we go. We're going to put this right under where our sentiment is going to go, just like that. So I'm going to grab my mini glue dots. You know, it's all these little extra things that really take your cards to the next level. A lot of times they're subtle little things, like this little bow, like it's not really that noticeable. But once you get it on here, it's really going to make a difference in how spectacular your card is. I'm going to just put that right there. Glue dot, just like that. And we're going to bring this right back in here and center this on our card front. Now remember, this layer has dimensionals behind it. It got a little lumpity under there. Oh, now I kind of fixed it. Okay, we're good. Is that straight? That looks pretty straight. And then we've got these fabulous adhesive-backed sequin trio. And I used the green ones on the first card that I made of this same fun fold. Does anybody see my take your... Oh, right here. Good grief. So I'm going to use the pink ones here. And then there's also white in here. And these are really fun. And they're kind of iridescent. They sparkle really nice. And that's what I really like about this. So this is obviously not a card for a boy, right? This is like a girly card. I'll put one right up there. And then I'm going to put some back here because you can still see that second layer even when this card is closed, and I like that. How about one right there, and maybe another one. Let's see. Yep, right there. Oh my good grief, you guys. This is so cute. Here, matching envelope, and the card sits, whoops, it does stand up, which is really cool. It stands up just like this. I'm going to put it on here and then hold it so you can see it in the camera. Isn't that just so fun? And of course, when it stands up, you not only can see, let's see if I can hold on to this. You can see both diamonds and what's on them. This is just the cutest little card ever, don't you think? Yeah. Fluffity? Did you like that, Nancy? And then how old in dog years you'd be. Yeah, how old in dog years you'd be. Isn't that cute? So let me show you the other one that I made. I made this one for a boy. And this is shaded spruce, and it is a coordinating color with the beautiful paper. And again, I used the front and I think the back of one of these patterns. And then shaded spruce with boho blue. I think the boho blue Stampin' Blend markers are still available. They haven't sold out yet. So same exact card, just different colors. Aren't these cute? I love this. Again, full of life designer series paper, which I love. Okay, let me move this over because there's more. Here, I have to keep these all over here so I know what colors to put in my blog post. By the way, all of that information will be in my blog post. All the colors of the blends that I use, all of that good stuff. Oh, and I told you that I would share with you some other projects using the 1 year older. Look at this. This was part of the birthday bash with all the dinosaur cards. Look at that. All of the dimensions and all the good stuff are in that PDF. And you can find that on my blog right here. If you want to go look at it, there's 6 full days of videos, but just look for the dino or the 1 year older. Look at this cute little bag. Isn't that just precious? And then I also have this card. Isn't that fun? Yeah. Really cool. This was celebration paper. This was that mushroom celebration paper that we used to coordinate with, with all of these. Super cute. Okay, let me put that back. Here's all my dinosaur stuff. So next up, we are going to be using, again, the 1 more year, and we're going to use this wine and aging fine like cheese and wine. This is what we're going to use here for the next card. So we've got just a tiny bit of coloring for that one. Let me get my dimensions hung up so I sound like a complete rock star. I always love that. And all my bits and pieces. Oh, you know what? I don't think I have an envelope. Maybe was that what that other paper was over here for? I don't know. Let me grab an envelope because we're going to have an envelope too. So we are going to be using this particular paper. So I'm going to go in my little pile here and I gotta find, there it is right here. Boom. Here's the paper. This is the same paper. So we'll do our envelope flap. I thought I already had one done for this one, but I was delusional. It's a little strong, right? Delusional's a little strong. This is bigger than 2.5. I'm just grabbing it and I'll trim it off and keep the rest because we can't throw that much paper away, right? Hang on, I got a little thing going on. Aw, Marilyn says these cards are adorable. You have a knack for taking something never thought I would like and making it wonderful. You are so, knack. Thank you so much. That is like, thanks for making my day. Yeah, I know, right? And you know what, Marilyn, that happens to me too all the time. I had somebody on one of my recent videos tell me that they really hated something that I used. And I'll tell you guys, in my head, there were lots of things that I could have said, but I tried to take the high road, I guess. It wasn't that high. It really made me kind of like, it's not about what I choose. It's about the dimensions and the fun fold and the idea and the layout and the color combinations. You know, it's like you can get so much more out of this and just, I hate that stamp set, or I hate that paper. I mean, come on. I'm not gonna go off on a tangent over that because it really, that's all I'm gonna say. Seething. Okay, so this card is a really fun little layout, and I saw this sketch online. I thought, ooh, I need to try that because it looks really fun. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to stamp my inside sentiment. I'm going to use the Happy Birthday, Another Wrinkle Wiser. Now, you're sending this to a good friend, not just, probably not like your daughter-in-law or something that or your sister-in-law that you're not real close with. I mean, I'm close with mine, but if you're not, this probably isn't the sentiment. You want to send a sentiment to somebody who will get a giggle out of this. Another wrinkle wiser. What is she saying? I have wrinkles? What's that all about? Don't send it to that person. You need to send it to somebody who's like, yep. Yep, got me the wrinkles. You know what I mean? I just want to give you fair warning there. So this is my 4x5 1/4. And I decided to use this particular pattern. I should pull that. Oh, well, I showed it to you. It's these splotchy little paint watercolor spots. So I am going to put this right down here. This is is this a 1/2 inch or 3/4? I think it's a 1/2 inch. It is 1/2 inch by 4, and our paper is 4x5 1/4. Okay. So, yeah, so like I said, you know, if this paper isn't your deal, take all these dimensions that I give you. Like, that's the hardest part of designing a card. Take all the dimensions and use it with something else. Don't feel the need to tell me how much you hate what I just did or used. It's just not nice. And I don't know about your mama, but my mama taught me if you don't have nothing nice to say, then zip it. Sometimes I use that advice wisely, and sometimes I do not. But it's always in the back of my mind. Okay, so this is Granny Apple Green. And this is Pretty Peacock. And I'm reading comments now because I knew this would incite some stamper violence. Thank you guys so much because you really make my day, right? Okay, so this piece of peacock is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And again, all of these dimensions will be listed on my blog. Then I have a piece of basic white that's 3 3/4 by 5. And we're going to do our technique on this layer. And I'm not going to glue it to anything in case I jack it up. We can grab another piece, right? So what you need is you need some little pieces of designer paper. This is a great way to use up your scraps. Sharon says you can tell people that if you want their opinion, you'll give it to them. Yeah, I know. I can tell people a lot of things, and the things that were in my mind, Sharon, they were not very nice. So, and then you walk away. You walk away, and you come back later and go, okay. This is 1/2 inch. I think these are 1/2 inch strips. Yeah, 1/2 inch. 2 of them, and they're 2 different patterns now. 2 of them are 4 1/2 long. 1/2 inch, 4 1/2 long, 2. This is 2 at 1/2 inch by 3 1/2. Okay, so you need 2, total of 4. And what we're going to do here is we are going to make a really...
Okay. I found this on the web for 2 total of 4.
Oh my gosh, you guys. That was my computer started talking to me. And I am home alone tonight, and it scared the living you-know-what out of me. All of a sudden, somebody's standing over my shoulder talking to me, and I just about... Okay, everything's fine. So there's several different ways you can probably do this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this first piece down, but I'm not going to put glue on about the last inch, okay? And again, there may be other ways that I am just not thinking of to do this, but this is how I made my card. And so I'm going to put that right over here. And I'm just spacing it so it's got the same distance here and the same distance here. And again, there's no glue under this last half an inch. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, these are our two short pieces. Our short pieces are going to go down here on the bottom. So this is my other long piece. I'm going to take this piece and I am going to put it in here just like this. But I need to do a little setup here to make sure that everything's going to fit the way I want it to. I want the little bit of this one to stick out below this one. And just bear with me. You'll see what I'm doing here in just a second. So I'm going to leave this one right here while I take care of this one. Leave this one right here. And again, there may be a better way to do this, but it's really fun and I thought you guys would enjoy it. So I'm sharing this with you the way I did it, and you may be able to find a better way. So I'm just going to hold this in place. This one's going to be spaced out a little bit. Go over this one just a tiny bit, and that's how I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to see, is it straight? Looks good to me. Okay. Now I'm going to do this one. So 1, 2, 3. This one's going to go over top. And we can glue this one completely down. And this is actually turning out easier than the way that I did my first card. Because I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to explain this to them? I think I hear one of my cats downstairs. There better not be anybody in my house because I will come unglued. Now remember we didn't put any glue under here? That's because this piece is going to go under there. So we're doing like a weave. This is called a paper weave. Isn't that fun? So now what we're going to do is we're going to put glue on this piece. Just a little bit. And I'm also going to put some glue on this piece. Oh, it'll stick to that. It'll stick to this. So we don't need to really, well, maybe we'll add some more glue in just a second. And I am going to push this right under here, which you would think would be just like, oh my Lord, how is she doing that? It was really quite easy. You don't have to worry about it. But I just want a little bit of this to stick out and these to stick out. Okay, so you could put some glue under this piece, which I did, or not. It's not going to be a big deal. But isn't that cool? I just think this is fun. So what are we going to do over here? Well, let me show you. That's where the wine comes in. We've got our cheese and our wine and our grapes, which are really fun. But before we put that in there, we're going to do aging fine like cheese and wine. And here we go. Thank you very much, Margaret. Margaret says she loves this paper. Yay. It took a bit to use it, but I can officially say that I used a whole pack in a month. Way to go. That's a lot of cards. So now I'm going to come right in here. Oh, that turned out great, right? And I usually tell you guys to stamp first, right? But you could once you make one of these cards, because then you'll know where the placement is. I'm going to clean this off because I like really stuck that in my ink pad and I don't want it to be all weird. We don't want to mess up at this point. So you could stamp first, but I just chose not to. Okay, so here we go. And we are going to leave a little space between our sentiment and our cheese and wine. Oh, that turned out really good. Yay! Okay. Let me get this out of the way because this is really nice. For those of you that are not big into coloring, this particular image is super easy because we only color a tiny little bit of it. So let me do this. I am going to use light Blackberry Bliss for my wine. I wanted to use like a peacock or something, but I don't think wine is really that color. I'm not a wine drinker. I don't care for wine. Today they had mimosas, a mimosa bar at this shower. I didn't tell you guys the other details, but they had a mimosa bar, and I don't like really champagne either. So I had cranberry juice and a very pretty little like mimosa flute, and I threw a strawberry in there, and I felt very special. That's how I roll. The other thing that they had, you guys, they had all these big vases. They were probably about this tall, big vases filled with like wildflowers, different kinds of flowers, like bouquets. So each vase had one kind of flower in it. The next one had baby's breath. The next one had carnations. So they weren't all wildflowers. But by the way, this was light smoky slate. And now I'm using light granny apple green. But they had tons of these vases, and it was a flower bar, they called it. Everybody in attendance at the shower in their fancy floral dresses, except me, got to go up to this table, and we all made a bouquet. So you'd pick a thing out of this one and this one and this one and this one and put together a bouquet. And at the end of the table, they put it in a bouquet sleeve. And Kathy, my team member, had made labels with Stampin' Up! Ribbon to tie around your bouquet, and we all went home feeling like we won a beauty pageant. So yeah, it was super cute. Hang on, I got to do the leaf here. It was just like very elegant and very nice, and it was a lot of fun. I'm so glad that I got to go. So I was working last night to get all these cards created for you, knowing that I would be gone most of the day because Milwaukee's like an hour and a half away, you know, and I'm like, oh my gosh, can I pull this off? And I thought I have to because it's Shauna. It's Kathy Miller's daughter, and I must go. And I'm so glad that I did because it was just really cool. So this is Light Daffodil Delight, coloring the cheese. And you guys, that's all I colored. Like super easy. Isn't that just fun? Now, I've got some more baker's twine here. I yanked off a piece off my roll. I'm going to grab that bow jig again because, you know, that it needs something, right? Like this is cute, but we got to do something here. So I did a double bow end. Yeah, Sharon. Sharon says, what a neat idea. It really was very cool. And, well, that didn't tie up very nice. I'm really lopsided on my tails. Apparently one of the I don't know if she was a bridesmaid or if she just came to the wedding shower, but she has ties to a floral place. And we told her, like, she just did this for Shauna's thing, but we said, you need to like be an event planner for showers and stuff because people would really, I think this would take off. And it was a flower bar, and you got to go up and build your own bouquet, and it was just the coolest thing. I've never done anything. I'm going to put that right here. And doesn't that just kind of bring it together, you guys? I just needed a little something there. But yeah, it was a neat experience and a beautiful venue. Oh, and let's talk about the food. We already talked about the cake. The cake, of course, was amazing. It was from our local bakery here in Menasha, and it's where we buy all our cakes when we have parties. But the salad, we were served a salad with grilled chicken, and it had, you know, like all the good stuff in it, mandarin oranges and candied walnuts or pecans maybe. Yeah, they were probably pecans. And feta cheese, and it was the most delicious salad. I could have actually eaten another one of those, but if I had done that, I probably wouldn't have been able to eat 3 pieces of cake. Oops, did I just spill my beans? 3 pieces of cake, I know, but me and Patty did not want the cake to go to waste because it was just sitting there and everybody was done eating it. So we thought we were doing, you know, like kind of like community service for the shower. Oh my gosh. Okay, so kind of a different color combination, right? Like I think I really like this. And I pulled my colors right out of the designer paper. Now, you guys do know that our designer paper on the back of the package tells you exactly what colors, Stampin' Up! Colors, coordinate with the designer paper. And this one has a gazillion of them here, but they're all listed here. So it just makes it really easy to create when you don't have to like I don't know what color blue that is, but you can just look on here and you can find it, right? Okay, so we still need to do, hang on, we got to do some of these. And I'm thinking we're going to do these because there's some shaded spruce in here with our pretty peacock and our Lost Lagoon. I love this color. I've got another one to share with you too. So don't go anyplace yet. And I've got some mail. Let's see. I'm going to do one right here and one right here and maybe another little one right over here. And I think that these are the adhesive backed sequin trio. I don't remember if these are, let's see, I'll run them 161206. 206. I'm just looking them up in my online store. They are on the last chance list, you guys, and they are $5.60. These were $8. So these are on the last chance list, $5.60. If you want to put them on your wish list, adhesive backed sequin trio. And I just do a search for the words, or the item code is 161206. But these are really nice. You get a huge pack of them. Does it say 300? 300 sequins. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to push all this stuff out of the way. Isn't that so fun? Now, I've got another idea for this that I almost went with, and I want to share with you because I thought it was pretty cool too. Here is the other color combination. Which one do you guys like best? There's the green one or the yellow one. I used crushed curry for my card base, and then I used rich raspberry, which were part of these colors. Everything else with the card is the exact same. Isn't that fun? So I've got that one or the green one, the yellow or the green one. Which one do you want? I will be casing it. Yes, Doreen, isn't it a fun little layout? So here's another idea. I was going to use the arches, except they're not available till May 19th. Or the week of the May 12th. They're going to be back in stock. But I made this because I was going to go with a card like this. And do you guys see where I'm going here? You could do the arch right here. Instead of stamping right on here, you could do this arch and pop it up on dimensionals. Isn't that fun too? Yeah. This was pecan pie, but I was going with a whole different layout. You could use the peacock, pretty peacock here, or you could use the rich raspberry on here. Isn't that fun? So here's another idea for this layout that I thought was pretty neat. Yeah, so one more year, super fun. This is on the last chance list. It is retiring. The designer paper that we use, the Full of Life, not retiring, so that's really good news. The sequins trio is retiring and on sale, as well as the dies, Friends for Life dies, which can be used standalone with all the fun stuff. These are also on the last chance list, Friends for Life dies, and they are on sale. So I am so happy with the way these cards turned out. Like, I had so much fun with this. So you've got a great layout here for tonight. Hang on. Great layout. One more year, fun fold, boy and girl, right? Am I still even in my, yep, I'm in my screen. I just want to make sure that I'm not off the camera. And then we've got this fun fold. Again, with the Full of Life paper and the Full of, where did those dies go? Friends for Life, Friends for Life, Full of Life paper, Friends for Life dies. Oh my gosh, so fun. What a great class. Now, this is definitely going to make people happy, right? Don't you think? Please make sure, I'm going to show you my mail, so don't go anyplace, but please make sure you give me a thumbs up. I always appreciate that. Click on the share, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You definitely want to do that. Then you'll get notifications every time I have a video pop up. You're going to get a notification. All right, so I'm going to share some mail with you guys. I'm just going to move these off to the side. Gosh, gosh, I am so happy with these. These turned out so cute. I have one of my grandsons had a birthday that we're going to his party this Friday. And I can't hardly wait because I made him one of these cards I'm going to give to him. And then I got him his favorite treat, and then I'm going to give him cash because he likes to buy his own things. Oh, you know what? Shouldn't show this yet. I think I shouldn't show this. This was a gift from Stampin' Up! For our incentive trip, which we are going on in a couple weeks here. So I can't show this because if there's any demos that haven't gotten their gift yet, I don't want to spoil their surprise. I'll show it maybe next time. Everybody should have their gifts by then. So sorry to be like, oh, look at this, and then, oh, sorry. Okay, so this came from Chris and Diane for Valerie's birthday, and I didn't open it until she was gone. So I'll be giving this to her, and she is gonna love. Isn't this so cute? Happy 5th birthday! You guys are the bomb. Diane and Chris, thank you so much. She is gonna love this because she loves, well, she likes to do stuff outside. The animals, it's a different corner, but she'll love this. She will get a kick out of it. When we go to like the little petting zoo things, she's very cautious, this girl. Not like her mama was. This is from Hope Toy. And look at how pretty this is. And you know what she did? Here, let me get this tape out of here. So Hope was at Raleigh, North Carolina at the Stampin' Up! Event. And she took some pictures of the big screen to share with me. And I just thought, Hope, this was like the nicest thing. Thank you so much. So here's me, Dina, and Barb goofing around on the stage. That's on the big screen. Here is me with our CEO, Sarah, with all of my accomplishments that I got recognized for. And then here is me and CEO Sarah for my 1.5 million career to date milestone. And by the way, whenever I talk about all of these things, I'm supposed to say that less than 1% of demonstrators in the demonstrator base earn these type of things. So there's my little announcement that everybody hates. Anyways, she says that she's thanking me for the all zipped up bundle that she won. We do a drawing every month in our Stamp Happy Academy membership and give away a bundle and then a couple more prizes. The bundle is just a drawing. Then we do card challenges and give away prizes for that too. So if you join the Stamp Happy Academy, or you are a member of the Stamp Happy Academy, you get to take advantage of all of those types of things. So Hope won the all zipped up bundle. And she said she was so surprised when she opened her Happy Mail and saw that it was from us, from Dina, Barb, and I. And she said she loves being a member. She's learned so much from me and my besties. Thank you for your creative inspiration and the bundle. She said she met me last year in Houston, but didn't get to say hello in Raleigh. She did cheer us on as we were recognized for all of our accomplishments and took some pictures to share with us. Oh my gosh, isn't that so sweet? Look at her pretty card. This is that black and white that comes with that. It's part of that textured notes. And I love this pop of color, right? This is the brand new Strawberry Slush, you guys. That is one of our in colors this year. Okay, so that was from Hope. And then I got this from Ingrid Harrington, shared some markers, all the in color markers that are retiring, and also a set of blends and a few ink pads for us to be able to give, for me to be able to give away as door prizes. So Ingrid, thank you so much. Those will get given to people in need, right? We're all in need, right? This came from Rose Bell. And what a beautiful little Easter card. Isn't this the sweetest? Yes, Rose, thank you so much for your pretty card. Absolutely love it. And then I have a card. Whoops, hang on. I got to open this one up. No return address. This one is from Sue Loring. Sue, I always love getting your cards. Look at how pretty. She won this ribbon in one of our drawings. So she was sending me the card that she made with it. And she sent a thank you. So you are very welcome, Sue. Thank you so much for your card. And then we've got Renee Wolford. Oh, remember this bunny, you guys? So, so cute. Pretty little butterfly here. Easter card from Renee. Thank you so much. I love the Easter cards. Let me see if I have anything else over here. I can't remember if I shared this yet, but it's sitting over here by my mail, so I'm going to do it again. This is from Kathy Brennan. Kathy sent us some stamp sets that she had that were duplicates. There's some bundles in here to give away for door prizes, and we definitely appreciate that. Thank you, Kathy. And then we've got Donna Manning, who also sent us a big box of things to be able to share. We've got some framelits and an extra embossing folder. So I will definitely be giving these away as prizes also. Thank you so much, Donna. That was so sweet of you. Also, Kathy, thanks for all the cards, you guys. And this is really special. Thank you, Hope, for doing that. That was like a really thoughtful thing for you to do. Please remember that if you would like to place an order with me, I always appreciate your orders. Go to www.AStampAbove.com. You will find my online store there. All the projects we made tonight will be on my blog in a couple hours. It's a lot of work, so I don't say that so you can go, oh, poor Kelly. No, I took a nap today, and I'm going to be just fine. But I just want you to know it takes about a couple hours to get all the coding and everything in for the website. But you will be able to find the complete ingredient list, all the colors that I use for everything. The ink, the blends, the paper, the dimensions will be listed on there, all the things. And please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Usually there's a subscribe button right down in the bottom right-hand corner as you're watching. I don't know if I'm pointing the right way because it might be backwards. But please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And let's see if I can do this. Woo, I did it. Make sure you click on that like button and join that new product launch, you guys. 2 weeks for some amazing inspiration, lots of fun. It's only $18 for 2 weeks. That is a great deal. If you're on my team, please remember that signing up for the new product launch is one of the benefits, and it is free. Join my team. You get to take advantage of all these fabulous benefits that I give them. It really is the best of all stamping worlds. To be part of the team, you can take advantage of the discount. You will absolutely love being on my team. Okay, what time is it? It's already 9:11. I was really chatty tonight, but it's been a while. I will be live again on May 4th. Please join me, same time, same bat channel. And then let's see. I don't think that my Disney trip is really going to interrupt my Sunday Night Lives because we leave on, I think, the 13th of May, and we will be back on, I want to say this, we leave maybe I don't know when we leave. Does anybody know when we leave? I have no idea. I'm so terrible. I don't read anything until I get on the plane. Like, that's how I operate. I'm like, I don't need to know any of this stuff. We're leaving on the 13th. We'll be back coming home on the 17th. So I'm taking Haley and Dawson and Valerie to Disney for the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip. Remember, only 1% of demonstrators, blah, 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 blah. You guys get it. The 13th through the 18th. Sarah, are you serious? So maybe I won't be live on the 18th. Oh, yeah, it says Disney on the 18th, but I only have my arrow through Saturday. Thank you. See, I don't know when we're going. Somebody just tells me, Kelly, we need to get on a plane today, and I am there because I am all about the travel. Thanks, you guys, so much for joining me. It means more to me than you can possibly know that you take a little time out of your evening to spend with me. I really appreciate it. Go make some cards. Do some fun folds. Get yourself some of the Full of Life Designer Series paper, right? Yeah, you're going to love it. Okay, wanted to tell you that to eliminate sweat under the girls, do deodorant there. Okay, put the deodorant under the girls. I got it. And Sharon says she want to case some of these cards. Case away. That is why I share you guys. Case. Everything I make on these live videos, you have, just go for it on my live videos, on my videos that I post on my blog. They are all available for you to use. That's why I share them. All right. Good night, everybody. Have a great week. Anybody in the storm paths tomorrow? I'll be praying here too. Like, we're supposed to get some nasty storms. 80 degrees. It's a little scary this time of year. Good night.